What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and we're going to be doing some more roster reviews because I really feel like these videos help a lot of players out. I get a lot of good feedback about them. So the first gentleman we're going to talk about is Kenneth here. Now, Kenneth says that he just plays to enjoy the characters, which is awesome, but he doesn't understand how people are beating Null with no Pierce and how to distinguish when to change character stats. He's played this game for about a year before he found out about content creators. Okay, buddy, well, let me give you a little piece of advice here. Your baby spider card is excellent. You should keep working on that. The Loki card, you've already got 3 blue stars, so you might as well keep on working on that. All these cards are P cards, but in all honesty, this Loki card, this new Avengers 9 card, and this Gwenpool card, well, the Gwenpool card is good for PvP, but it's not really the greatest for PvE. As far as your card effects, your cooldown looks really good. Your ignore defense is a little bit high. You really want that about 35%. And you want all attack and energy attack a little bit more, but not too bad at all. Your attack speed is actually very high. How do you distinguish about your stats? Well, actually, at this point in the game, my friend, I mean, you really want about 31% cooldown. You want about 35% ignore defense, and you want as much attack as possible, whether it's physical or energy attack. Keep in mind, most of the dominating characters are energy based, but there are some exceptions to that rule. And you want your attack speed around 18 to 21%. Now, if you have an excess, especially when you start crafting cards, that's just something that happens. And you can clear Null without Pierce, but it's going to depend on how much energy and physical attack you have. It's going to depend on the builds, on certain characters that you have as well as which characters you're actually using. Well, let's take a look at your account here. Okay, my friend, so here's a huge mistake, bud. You got a CTP of Judgment on your Sentry. Sentry has no elemental base. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So whenever you go to another character like Rogue here, Rogue actually has lightning damage, and you got a CTP of Patience on her. That Judgment really belongs on her, my friend, big time. Like, Sentry should have a CTP of Regeneration. If you're using him in PvP, if you're using him in PvE, he plays really well with a CTP of energy. I mean, he can do well with a rage. Odin here, you got a rage, so you're really good to go. How's your builds looking? Okay. Nice, nice, nice. You really don't need a cooldown on him. You don't need these cooldown Urus. You got enough cooldown on your card stats. All right, this is a big boo-boo, bud. This really is, man. This Obelisk, he's not benefiting from this thing at all. And I see you got the Obelisk rolled to 100%. You really would want that, get that thing up to 200%. So I would unequip that thing. See, you could put that Judgment on Apocalypse. You could take that CTP of energy right here, and you could actually give it to Sentry, because Apocalypse really isn't... He can play with an energy, but he's really not the greatest with it. Good. Deadpool, I'd take that rage off Deadpool. That is trash on him. You could have... I mean, it's okay, but really he's going to be so much better with an energy or just a regular damage proc. All right. I mean... Yeah, you could put a Judgment on Storm here or a Rage. Rogue definitely would use a Judgment. Ugh. Yeah, nice. You got an egg on Tier 3 Black Panther. Taskmaster, Captain America. Wow. Man, Sharon Rogers. Oh my God, bud. You should have a CTP of energy on this girl. An energy or a damage proc. You got a ray. Okay, that works for Iron Man. Wow, 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 wow. It's pretty obvious that you haven't watched content creators. I can tell by some of the obelisks that you're using on some of these characters. You'd really want a rage or a Judgment on your Ghost Rider. My friend, Loki has no elemental damage in this uniform. This obelisk, he's not benefiting from this thing at all. You should unequip that thing and give him either a rage or a CTP of energy or a damage proc. Thor, rage is good. Beta Ray Bill, CTP of energy. Nice. As far as the characters that you're leveling up, you're doing really good. You really want to add some physical attack Urus. Another thing to keep in mind, my friend, is in each of these gears, you want 2 attack Urus that bumps up their damage. So like, you know, in Moon Knight's case, he's a physical attacking character. You want 2 physical attack Urus in each gear. If he's an energy attacking character, you want 2 energy attack Urus in each gear. There's only 2 exceptions to this rule, and that is Hulk in his Immortal Hulk uniform and Victorious. Then you'd want HP instead of any kind of physical attack or energy attack, because their attack is actually based off of HP. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so now we're down tier 2. And then you just got characters you really should want to level up. Gambit's awesome. Gambit's a character, by the way, that I was able to do null without any pierce at all. And with no support. Stage 4, by the way. Pretty nuts. Valkyrie's a great support. But I mean, if you're just playing this game for fun and you're just playing with your favorite characters, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? You don't have to play with meta characters. You know, metas like Falcon, you know, Super Giant. Cable here is insane at tier 3. That's another character that can defeat null without any kind of pierce. And you got the Kid Cable uniform. He'd be highly recommended. I mean, but if you play the game for fun and that's all you play it for, then by all means, keep playing it for that reason. But if you're looking for the easiest clears, then I mean, Super Giant here is going to be nutso. Cable's going to be nutso. Falcon's going to be crazy. War Machine's going to be really great. Silk's going to be really great. Moonstone's going to be really great. You got a lot of characters that you could level up that are actually quite strong for Null and Mephisto. Alright, so Gorel, hopefully I pronounced your name correctly, wants to know what he can do to improve his account. So we'll take a look at your cards. You got a lot of blue stars. It's kind of a bummer that you went ahead and leveled up this card here, but I mean, you're probably at a point where you might as well keep doing it, but I would probably just keep working on your Guardians of the Galaxy, Baby Spider card for sure. I mean, you already got this card already leveled up. Let me look at your card effects. So your cooldown's good, your Pierce 13%, always nice. Your attack stats look wonderful. You got a pretty good balance of physical attack and energy attack. You have a energy attack proc, which is really nice. Your attack speed's in a sweet spot. So your cards are looking pretty good. I mean, you might as well just keep working on the same cards you have, unless you want to switch out this card here for maybe the Cable card, or the Luna card, or the White Fox card. Those would be the 3 cards that I'd really be switching out either this card, and this card with. If you're trying to make it even better for PvE, as far as your characters, let's see here. Okay. I mean, you got a lot of the OP characters already transcended. I mean, you could do Gambit. That ignore target dodge rate leadership comes in very handy against Null. And Gambit really is still an amazing character to play. Easy to play and very strong. A character that was able to do Null with no pierce on my account, doing stage 4 solo with no support. That's how strong he is. He's pretty ridiculous. So Gambit might be a choice for you. You could use Luke Cage for PvP. You could use Rogue for Mephisto. You could use Blue Marvel maybe for PvP. You could do Ben Grimm for Human Torch because you got Human Torch already transcended. Those would be some choices that you could actually go with as far as getting it done and against the world bosses. All right, so Bumblebee here would just like some advice on his account. And this is a very new player. He's at level 56. So let's take a look at your cards. Okay, buddy. So let's look at your card effects here. You got 34%. Your cooldown's looking good. Your ignore defense is a little low at 12%. You really want that around 35%. And your attack stats, you definitely want to boost them up as much as you can over time. And your attack speed really should be around 18 to 21%. That's the sweet spot. Now, as far as your cards go and what you should be doing on them, I mean, you've already gotten 2 blue stars on your Black Panther card, and I realize you're a newer player. You're probably a free-to-play player. So, I mean, what's really going to help is if you do get the extra 2% pierce on this Black Panther card, if you get 1 more blue star, that's really, really going to help you as far as your world boss. What I would do is, because you got 34% cooldown, you could actually afford to get rid of this card here. I would actually replace this card right here, the Uncanny X-Men 2018 number 8 card, with another P card. Every 40 days, you're going to be able to get a P card. And the cards you're looking for is either the Cable card, the Luna card, the White Fox card, the Guardians of the Galaxy card. Those are going to be the primo cards, the Baby Spider card. Those are going to be the primo cards that you're going to want to put in this thing's place. Because you can afford to lose that cooldown. That's the most important thing. Your cooldown, even if you don't have cooldown in your next P card, you'll still have, 30% cooldown even after you remove this one right here. So that would be the next step in my opinion. Wait till you get another good P card. And really, hopefully it'll be, one of those 5 that I mentioned a second ago. And equip it in this one spot. That would be the next thing that I would do. As far as your characters, okay, Carnage, Vision. Okay, Sentry is probably going to be a ways in the making for you. You got Luke Cage leveled up. Okay, that's good for your PvP. Sharon Rogers. Okay, you got damage proc on her. Good. How do you have them built? All right, good, good. All right, looks like you're doing things correctly. Sharon Rogers really doesn't need that attack speed, to be perfectly honest. So Falcon would be a really good choice for you to level up. He's very, very strong, and he's a male superhero, so he would be an excellent character to help you out in the world bosses. He's just insane. Human Torch would be another character that would be absolutely insane, and both of these are cheaper characters to level up. Very, very powerful. Actually, Iron Man, his new uniform is very, very strong. Another good one, you have Silk's new uniform, which means that you're not free to play, so you could level her up. She's very, very strong. Really, in my opinion, your next character should really be War Machine. That's a character I'd absolutely go for, man. He's just so good. And he's going to be one of those future-proof characters because he actually can support characters like Iron Man. He can support characters like Cable, Cable's just an absolute god. So that'd be my route. Falcon or Human Falcon or War Machine. Those would be some really good candidates for you to level up next. All right, so Sam just wants me to take a look at his count. So as far as your cards, bud, you got 11% Pierce. Cooldown looks good. You have more energy attack than physical. You got a lot of all attack. That's insane. 84%. Wow. Good job there. Attack speed is a little bit low. You want to be around 18 to 21%. You got nice energy and physical attack prop. Pretty good looking cards, actually. Really nice. As far as your cards, yeah, you're doing it right, man. You're doing it right. You're not you're going to probably save up for another P card. Probably the Baby Spider card, I would imagine, is what you're actually waiting for, or the Guardians of the Galaxy card to switch out with this Loki number 17 card. And then as far as your characters, good, okay. All right, I don't know why you got cooldown on him. Nice, get a Mighty on old boy. Nice. Nice, Maestro. Let's see here. You got tier 3 Falcon. That's awesome. You got tier 3 Loki. That's awesome. Okay. No Odin. Bummer. You could, well, you don't have Human Torch Transcended. Man, I'm going to tell everybody just to level up War Machine. He's so good, and he's such a good sport, especially since you already have Cable. Already at, no, you don't. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you got Cable at tier 3. You got a Mighty on him. Man, if you got War Machine, you're going to get an extra 40% attack and 30% HP for your Cable. And War Machine can put in some serious work. Even with my account having 13% Pierce, doing stage 23 against Null, War Machine can still put in some serious damage. He makes a big difference. He really does, man. He's pretty insane. But other than that, it looks like you're on the right path. Looks like you're leveling up the right characters. It looks like you're building the right characters. I would probably go for War Machine next. All right, so Dan's here, wants to know if he should keep crafting his Baby Spider card. And the answer is, Yes, it's one of the best cards in the game. You should absolutely be doing it, especially if you're PvE oriented. Matter of fact, you got the best cards in the game, except for this Loki #2 card. That's the only card that isn't one of the best. It's a decent card. It's in the top 10, but it's not one of the best. But yeah, you should absolutely keep crafting this. You got Poison Attack on that second set. That's a green star. Yeah, man. Keep crafting that sucker, buddy. Keep crafting that. Keep crafting your Luna card. Finish them out. I mean, and you're so close with this Loki #2. I would probably just finish it out. I mean, you're already at 16%, and you'll just be able to gain some more Pierce. Your attack stats look really good. You got 83% all attack, 21% attack. I mean, you got a really good card set here. You got physical attack, energy attack proc. Yeah, I'd probably just keep working on the cards that you already have, unless you want to create more RNG by getting, like, say, a Guardians of the Galaxy card to replace with this Loki #2. But if you don't plan on doing that, just keep crafting all of them. Okay, so there was another person I wanted to review, but unfortunately I couldn't look at your account for whatever reason. I'll put your name up on the screen right now. But you were asking me, how do you complete 9-2 dispatch mission? How can you beat it? Well, I don't know what characters you have because I couldn't look at your roster. But as far as dispatch missions, what I did all the way at the very end is I used Odin. I used White Fox for her leadership, that all debuff by 40%, increase all debuff effect. That's really going to put Odin's all defense down at insane levels. And then I used Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider actually benefits from White Fox. So you could put either Odin, White Fox, and Ghost Rider, or you could put even Doctor Doom, White Fox, and Ghost Rider. And I bet you anything, they can probably clear the dispatch missions for you. I mean, they're an insane teams, and I'm sure there's other teams, but those are the teams that I would use if I was trying to finish the dispatch missions. So this concludes the roster reviews for today, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link will be in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.